Making videos is about telling stories, and a good story needs a good structure. So let's introduce some stakes. And by starting a timer, I've hopefully introduced a sense of urgency, which is good because now it's time to introduce the problem. Now, thankfully, of the two printers that I put together to print the model that I need for this video, one of them actually worked. This machine should have the base for this model, but unfortunately, due to my computer being, let's just call it a little bit shit, there was an error during the slicing, meaning I need to re-slice this print. Now, if the stakes didn't seem high enough, then let me just explain it to you in layman's terms. Basically, this video I'm making right now is going to go out tomorrow, which is in probably around 30 hours time from now. Unfortunately, of those 30 hours, I need to sleep for at least 5 of them. So I have now got to print the base and get that model prepared and paint it and edit this video before you see it on Sunday. Stakes high enough yet? So we clearly haven't got any more time for waffle, and I'm just gonna need to get this print on and started and get the other one off the plate so that I can get it clean and cured in order for me to get it painted in time for the base to come out. Specifically, in order to speed things up, I'm putting it in a fresh batch of alcohol. This is so that this will get all the resin out a lot faster than using the dirty old alcohol, but at the same time it will also dry faster because alcohol evaporates really quickly. And while that sits here drying, I can take out this and go and print it on a secondary printer. Now, I know for a fact that the reason this one did not print was because the file had an error, and that is due to my stupid PC. But I usually never have any problems on my Mac, and that's because I think that the speed of my PC, its brain just explodes when it tries to slice large files for some reason. I don't know what its problem is. To make sure I don't have problems, I've set it to print on the Ultra, and to make sure I extra don't have problems, I'm going to print another one on this M7 as well. So that way there is 2 printers printing. Of these 2, one of them has to work, because if I don't get this base today, then I lied to the sponsor by saying that I could have this video out by Sunday, which brings me straight into the sponsor of this video, which is NiceX Collectibles. NiceX Collectibles is a Patreon over on the Patreon, which is veteran owned, and it is obviously a place where you get STL files for you to 3D print every single month. I will urge you to go and check in the description to go and see what they have available, and perhaps something is of your interest in that selection. The model in this video is obviously from NiceX Collectibles, because it would be weird if I painted something that wasn't from them and then sponsored their video. Either way, go check the description. Of course, let's get back into the panic that is this video. So looking at the print time of the bases, it means that essentially I have 4 hours to get this lady fully painted so that I can just instantly start on that base. And to get started, I'm going to obviously need to prepare this model. So I'm going to need to sand it all off and get rid of all of the support marks and fill in all of this little holes that I made for suction. So let me just get doing that before anything else becomes a problem. So if printing problems wasn't enough, I've just been an actual schmuck, and I have now obviously painted yellow over black, which is, it goes green. It's not the way to do it. You don't do it this way if you don't want a green shadow and time is kind of the essence at this point. So I'm gonna fix this quick, and the easiest way I can think of to fix this is to just throw some pink into it, and once the pink is in, I'll put the yellow over the top. It is currently 1 o'clock, and I have done 2 hours and 30 minutes of painting, and I'm nowhere. I'm not panicking, you are. So realistically, if I do not pull my finger out right now, I'm not gonna get this done. Genuinely, I have only a couple hours until it's the night time, and then I've still got to edit this video because it's got to go up tomorrow. So if I'm ever going to be saving time, now is the time to be saving time. Instead of waiting for that to dry, I'm going to use this exact same color, which just so happens to be Pinkle. Now, in theory, I can reinforce the orange made by the yellow over the pink with something a little bit more orange. Okay, so it wasn't even 2 hours, it was literally 3 hours, and this one is done, and this one is causing problems. Why are they all giving me problems today? Since everything that could go wrong has already gone wrong so far, I figured that with the painting, I'm just going to do this as simple as I possibly can. And of course, I decided to go with a completely different skin tone, because that's exactly the familiar thing that I would like to be doing under a time crunch like this. However, it wasn't so bad, and I did pretty much use a very similar method by lightening up my skin tones with some white. I just completely hated the look of how this looked. It was so flat, so I ended up trying to adjust by doing a makeup of Orcish Dermis, which wasn't quite the correct makeup of Orcish, and it was a little bit too red, and then I had issues with that, and then obviously this is a problem, so now I needed to come back to some sunny skin tones, the good old skin tones that I usually use, and I sprayed that directly over the top of everything, quite a thin mix of that, and obviously I tinted that with some yellow so that it wasn't so desaturated. While those parts dried though, I can move on to painting the base, and I'm going to do a load of brown dry brushing all over this base. when I make a model, I would build the model from the base to the legs, then to the torso, and then to the head. So usually painting a head in the midway through painting a model is kind of awkward for me, but since we're painting this model in a mild panic, normal goes straight out the window. Any part of this model that is dried enough for me to touch is going to get painted. It doesn't matter if it's sitting still for long enough and I can grab it, it's getting paint on it, and if it's not dry, well, then I'm going to ruin it by touching it. So obviously I'm just going to move on to everything that is dry and paint those things as I go. For the suit, there is definitely, this is the kind of suit that needs masking 100%. However, I'm a bit of a savage and I don't care about your masking tape. It annoys me and it takes way too much time, and I do not have time for this model. So I'm going to just paint a solid base coat of a slightly darker blue than what I actually need, and then I'm going to use the airbrush with a very bright blue, and I'm going to highlight that very carefully on a low pressure with my airbrush and hope to bejesus that I do not get any paint on any of the yellow, because if I do, obviously I'm going to ruin it. Whilst working on the body, I noticed that the base was not quite the color that I actually really wanted it to be, and I really wanted the wooden pieces that were on the base to stand out a little bit more, so I used a slightly yellower brown to go over everything, and then I highlighted those bits a little bit more before I went back to painting the hair on this model. Okay, so let's just be honest here. If we're going to paint a model in such a short amount of time, there is going to be some corners cut. And of course, it's going to take me a little bit too long to explain every single little corner that I cut. And I hope that you can kind of pick out some of the things that I've just chosen to leave out of painting. This little robot head on the base, for example, is a good place to kind of show the things that I'm talking about when I say I'm going to be cutting corners. So instead of painting absolutely every little last piece on this, I'm only going to paint the colors that are actually drastically changed on this particular piece. Now, of course, you can go into so much more detail with something like this, but that's if you don't have the time eating at the back of your neck while you're trying to paint your model. Now, as we draw nearer to the end of actually finishing this model, I'm obviously stressing my balls off at this point, trying to make sure that I make absolutely no mistakes, because any mistakes now could genuinely have cost me the entire day's worth of pure panic. So I'm going to paint these eyes as carefully as I possibly can. Of course, I'm going to use a dark and a light green to make sure that the eyes are as bright as they possibly can be as well. And this is one of those areas where I don't skimp on any of the detail. This is the place where I'll put most of the detail in, and that's because if you're looking at this, it's going to help the model to just look like I put more effort into everything else, just because that's just how people's brains work. I don't know why it's like that, but it's like that. and as soon as I've got all of this painting of the eyes and everything done, I can add the highlights into them, and obviously now I can call this model done. I spent just over 8 hours on Saturday. I was super rude to customers and I was literally in a massive panic. I had print failures, I had paint issues, I had absolutely everything that could go wrong, but I did manage to get this model done just before it was way too late, because obviously I still needed to edit this video and I still needed to voice over the edit after I'd done that. So it is now currently Sunday morning and I'm voiceovering this video for you to watch this afternoon. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and it just goes to show what you can still do even with literally limited time. Of course, this is achievable for me because this is something that I do every single day of my life, and I have learned where I can cut corners and still make things look just as good as they need to look. Now, this is obviously the part of the video where I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who watches. Obviously, all your support is so important to me. We are so close. Genuinely, we're like only 2,000 people away from 100,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, well, now is a good time to click the subscribe button, click the like button, and share this video with someone. Even if it is your granny, it doesn't matter. If you're watching on the toilet, please wash your hands, and while you're doing that, you can listen to me thanking my patrons, because without them I would have no videos to make, because they pay for the lights to be blind in my eyeballs. This is the end of the video. I want to say a massive thank you to NiceX for sponsoring me, and if you didn't like anything you saw, I don't actually care, and now you can please kindly off.